Hello from Supermom's Kitchens. Today's recipe is soya chunk pulao. This is soya chunks, and you have to soak these soya chunks in hot water for half an hour, and then you squeeze out the water and wash it with clean water. Again, squeeze it out and cut it into halves, and then you marinate it with ginger garlic paste, chili powder, turmeric powder, and salt. Marinate it for another half an hour. Now we have here half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, and quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder. And this is to grind into a paste. Half a teaspoon of garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, and a bunch of coriander leaves, 2 slit green chilies, and 1 small onion sabola. You're going to grind all these into a fine paste. You can use tomato, or you can use lemon juice of one lemon juice. This is 1 big tomato sliced, required salt, 1 big onion, 3 to 4 green chilies. That depends on how spicy you need it. Then we have here the spices, the bay leaves, say around 3 cloves, 3 to 4 cinnamon, 5 pieces of cardamom, and your bay leaves. Now we have 2 cups of basmati rice, which I have already fried in, washed, strained, soaked. Soak it for half an hour, then you strain it, and then you fry it in ghee with 1 tablespoon of ghee, so that when you cook it doesn't stick to each other. Now we have here 4 tablespoons of coconut milk soaked in warm water. This is coconut milk powder, 4 tablespoons, soaked in 1 cup of water, warm water. Now I hope you got all the ingredients clear. Remember, you have to marinate the soya chunks. Grind all these together, the coriander leaves, ginger garlic, the onions, and the chili, and mix all these powder together too if you want, or later you can just drop it into the sauteed onions. Now take some oil in a pan. Now drop in all the spices. Next we'll drop in the onions and the chili. Saute this for 5 minutes. Once that is sauteed, and we can add in the marinated soya chunks. Meanwhile, we'll have some water boiling to cook the pulao. Add in some salt and boil the water. Now I've dropped in the soya chunks. Saute that too for 2-3 minutes. Soya chunks is good for health. It prevents cholesterol, and it's also a diet food for diet when you want to reduce your weight. It's full of protein. Another option, you can add green peas if you want to make it look more colorful. Now we'll add in the ground paste into this, the coriander leaves, the onion, the green chili. You can also add in pudina. I've added the ground paste. Next we are going to Once this is done, we'll add in the sliced tomatoes, and we are going to pressure cook this for till the one whistle is heard. One whistle is enough, and you cook it in simmer for 5 minutes. Now I have dropped in the tomatoes. You can avoid tomatoes and add lemon juice instead. Let's drop in the garam masala, chili powder and the turmeric powder into the soya chunks. A very good option is there, you can add the mint leaves, the pudina, but since at home nobody likes too much of pudina, I'm not adding it, but you can do that. Our water is already done and it's boiling. We're going to pour it all together into a pressure cooker, the water, the soya chunks into the rice, and pressure cook this. I'm going to mix all this with the basmati rice, which is already fried in ghee. I'm going to pour the coconut milk into the rice and then mix all the chunks together. Now we have mixed everything together. The coconut milk, water, that is for 1 cup of rice, you add 1 3/4 cup of water, not more. Once you hear the first whistle, cook in simmer for 5 minutes. And your biryani, your pulao will be done and ready. Your soya chunk pulao. Now it's boiling, we're going to close it with a lid. Now you can see steam coming out. So now we're going to place the rake. The first whistle, and we're going to cook it in sim for 5 minutes.